are walking around Aldi, grabbing up some of their new products and heading home to my tasting lair where I give you the lowdown, the honest, goodness to honest truth.
That click when you slide the quarter into the cart. The doors open. You grab your items fast. The prices look great. Aldi feels simple, almost effortless. But here's what most people don't realize. Aldi is built like a precision machine. Every detail is designed to move you through quickly, with as little friction for the store as possible. And if you're over 60, a few of those efficient design choices can quietly work against you, unless you know how to handle them. Today, I'm breaking down 15 things older shoppers should know before their next Aldi trip, and how to make the system work for you, not against you. And by number 1, you'll learn the one return policy that could save you real money. 15. The Checkout Speed Challenge. Let's start with the most obvious one, the checkout speed. Aldi cashiers scan fast, really fast. We're talking 40 to 60 items per minute. That's about 1 item per second, sometimes faster. For younger shoppers with quick reflexes, it's fine, maybe even impressive to watch. You can almost see them trying to race against themselves. But if you're dealing with arthritis, slower reflexes, or just need a little more time to process things, it can feel overwhelming. Items pile up in the cart, cans roll around. That carefully organized shopping cart becomes chaos in seconds. Here's the thing, the cashiers aren't being rude. They're literally being timed. Every item they scan is tracked by a computer. Their job depends on hitting those speed targets. They can get written up for being too slow, so they can't ease up even if they wanted to. I've watched people get flustered at checkout, trying to bag while the cashier is still scanning, groceries piling up, stress building. It doesn't have to be that way. My tip, don't try to keep up at the register. Just let everything go into the cart, however it lands. Then wheel over to that long bagging counter by the exit. Take your time there. Organize things the way you like. Put heavy stuff at the bottom, bread on top, frozen items together. No one's rushing you at that counter. It's your space. Once you know the system, it's actually not bad. You just have to work with it, not against it. The stress comes from trying to match their speed. Stop trying. Bag on your own time. 14. The bring your own bag situation. Aldi doesn't give you free bags. You bring your own or buy theirs at checkout. If you've been shopping at grocery stores for 50 years where they just handed you bags, paper or plastic, your choice, this can catch you off guard the first few times. I've seen plenty of folks standing at checkout realizing they left their bags in the car, or at home, or don't have any at all. That moment of, oh no, is pretty common. Your options? Walk back to the car, which means leaving your groceries or taking them with you, pay for bags at checkout, or grab one of those empty cardboard boxes Aldi leaves near the exit. Here's what I do now. I keep 2 or 3 reusable bags in my trunk at all times. They live there. Some people clip a folded bag to their keys so they literally can't forget. If you have your keys, you have your bag. Others just embrace the cardboard box life. Those banana boxes and apple crates are surprisingly sturdy and stack well in the car. The 10 to 15 cents per bag isn't much once, but if you're shopping weekly on a fixed budget, that's $5 to $7 a year just on bags. Not huge, but it adds up with everything else. Once you build the habit, it's honestly not a big deal. Just takes some adjusting from how things used to be, and there's actually something satisfying about having your own system. 13. The layout that keeps changing. Here's something that frustrates a lot of shoppers, not just seniors. Aldi moves things around regularly. At most grocery stores, you learn where everything is after a few visits. Dairy in the back, bread on the left, canned goods in aisle 3. You develop muscle memory. You can almost shop with your eyes closed. Aldi doesn't work that way. The eggs might be on the left this week and the right next month. Bread moves around. Products shift locations based on what's in stock, what's seasonal, and probably some logic that only makes sense to them. It's intentional. They want you walking through more of the store. More exposure to products means more impulse purchases. Standard retail psychology. Smart for them. But if you're someone who relies on routine, or if you're dealing with any memory challenges, it can be genuinely frustrating. You end up wandering, backtracking, feeling turned around in a store that should be simple. I've had trips where I walked past the same aisle 3 times looking for something that used to be somewhere else. My suggestion: don't be shy about asking an employee. They know exactly where everything is, and they're usually happy to point you in the right direction. A quick "where'd the peanut butter move to" saves 5 minutes of wandering. Also, the stores are small. Even when things move, you're never too far from what you need. It's not like getting lost in a Walmart. Everything is within about 30 seconds of everything else. And if you're really frustrated, the Aldi app actually has a product locator for some stores. Worth checking. If this is already helping, hit like and subscribe. We've got the return policy at number 1 that can save you real money. 12. The lighting situation. Walk into Aldi and you'll notice the lighting right away. Bright, fluorescent, very warehouse-like. It's not warm or cozy like some grocery stores that try to create an atmosphere. It's purely functional. And for Aldi, functional means cheap to operate. Those fluorescent tubes cost less than the fancy lighting at Whole Foods. For folks with sensitive eyes, cataracts, or general light sensitivity that often comes with age, it can be a bit harsh. The glare makes reading small print on labels harder. Eye strain sets in faster. Some people get headaches from that kind of lighting. Traditional grocery stores invest in softer, warmer lighting because it makes shopping more pleasant. Aldi decided that's not worth the expense. Fair enough. That's part of why prices are low. I've started bringing my reading glasses every single trip, even if I don't usually wear them. Some people use their phone's flashlight to read expiration dates or ingredient lists on packages. Whatever works for you, the lighting isn't going to change. It's baked into their cost structure, but knowing it ahead of time means you can prepare for it. Sunglasses might even help some people. No shame in that. 11. The floor display hazards. Aldi stocks products differently than most stores. Instead of neat shelves with items lined up perfectly, a lot of products sit in their original shipping boxes right on pallets. It's efficient. Employees just cut open the box and set the whole thing out. No individual stocking required, no shelf tags, no arranging. A whole section restocked in seconds. But it also means the aisles can get a little cluttered. Pallets stick out at different heights. Cardboard edges curl up from the floor. Products fall off displays and might sit there until someone gets around to picking them up. The aisles are narrower and less predictable than a traditional grocery store. For anyone with balance concerns, vision issues, or mobility aids like walkers or canes, it's worth paying extra attention. Those uneven surfaces and unexpected obstacles are real. I've caught my foot on cardboard more than once. Nothing serious, but it made me more careful. Take your time in the aisles. Watch where you're stepping, especially around the center displays and end caps. If something's in your way, it's totally okay to ask an employee to move it or help you reach something. And here's a real tip: shop during off-peak hours if you can. Less crowded aisles mean fewer obstacles and more room to maneuver. Early mornings or late afternoons on weekdays tend to be quieter. I've learned to slow down in Aldi. The prices are great, but rushing through isn't worth a stumble. 10. The quarter cart system. You probably know this one. Aldi carts require a quarter to unlock. Slide it in, the chain releases, you get your cart. Return the cart, plug it back in, get your quarter back. It's a clever system. Aldi saves thousands of dollars per store by not paying people to collect carts from the parking lot. Those savings get passed on to lower prices, but it assumes you have a quarter handy. Younger folks often have systems for this. Apps that remind them, quarters in their car console, whatever. But if you're someone who mostly carries bills, or if you just forgot, standing at the cart corral without a quarter is frustrating. I keep a quarter in my car's cup holder now. It lives there permanently. Some people tape one inside their wallet. Others keep a spare in their purse pocket. Whatever system works for you, just make it automatic so you don't have to think about it. And here's a nice thing I've noticed. If you're struggling at the cart corral, often another shopper returning their cart will just hand it to you. You give them the quarter, or they wave it off, and everyone moves on. Aldi's shoppers tend to be pretty friendly about helping each other out. The quarter system isn't designed to exclude anyone, but it does require a small habit change. Once you've got your system, you'll never think about it again. 9. The price perception trap. Aldi's whole brand is built on being cheap, and most of the time they really are. Their store brand groceries can save you 30 to 40% compared to traditional supermarkets. But here's something worth knowing. Not everything at Aldi is the best deal. Their private label groceries, the Millville cereals, the Simply Nature products, the Clancy's chips. That's where the real savings are. That's their strength. They move those products in huge volume and negotiate aggressively with suppliers. But household items like toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, cleaning supplies, those aren't always cheaper than Walmart or Target. Aldi doesn't get the same bulk pricing on non-food items because they don't sell as much of it. I learned this the hard way. Grabbed a pack of paper towels for $6.99, felt fine about it. Later that week, checked Walmart out of curiosity. Same size pack, different brand, $5.48. Not a huge difference once, but over a year of shopping, that adds up. It's easy to assume everything's a deal because you're in a discount store. Your guard goes down, you stop checking. But Aldi is really a discount grocery store that also sells some other stuff. My approach now, Aldi for groceries, especially their private label stuff. Household supplies, I either compare prices or grab them elsewhere on a Target run. It's not about distrusting Aldi, it's just smart shopping. Know their strengths and shop accordingly. 8. The expiration date challenge. Here's something that catches a lot of shoppers off guard. Expiration dates at Aldi can be tricky to find and hard to read. The dates are often printed small, sometimes in low contrast colors, tucked in weird corners of packages. If your vision isn't what it used to be, reading them without glasses is nearly impossible. Even with glasses, you might need good light. And because Aldi moves products fast, that's part of their efficiency model, sometimes items are closer to their expiration than you'd expect. They buy products that are approaching their sell-by dates at a discount, then sell them quickly. Good for their margins, but it means that milk might only have 4 days left instead of 2 weeks. I always check dates now, especially on dairy, meat, and anything in the bakery section. I use my phone's flashlight when the print is too small. It takes an extra few seconds per item, but saves the frustration of getting home and realizing something expires tomorrow. Pro tip, reach toward the back of the shelf. Products in front are usually older. The fresher stuff gets stocked behind it. Same trick works at any grocery store, but it's especially useful at Aldi. If you find something that's right at or past expiration, Aldi's return policy is really good, but it's better to catch it before you buy. 7. The digital coupon gap. Aldi has moved a lot of their deals to their mobile app. To get certain savings, you need to download the app, create an account, and clip digital coupons before shopping. For tech-savvy shoppers, this is easy. Second nature. They do it without thinking while standing in the parking lot. For folks who aren't comfortable with apps or who don't have smartphones, it means missing out on some deals, and that gap is real. This isn't unique to Aldi. Almost every store is going this direction. Kroger, Target, CVS, they're all pushing digital. But it does create a two-tier system. Shoppers who can navigate the technology get extra savings, and those who can't pay regular price. If you have a grandkid, neighbor, or younger family member who can help you set up the app once, it might be worth asking. Once it's installed and you're logged in, using it gets easier over time. Or ask a store employee. Some are happy to walk you through it if they have a quiet moment. And honestly, even without the app, Aldi's base prices are still pretty competitive. You're not getting ripped off without it. You're just missing some extra savings on top of already low prices. It's the cherry on top, not the whole sundae. If this information is helpful so far, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more tips coming, including the one return policy most people don't know about that could save you real money. 6. The Simply Nature Premium. Aldi's organic line is called Simply Nature. Nice packaging, earth tones, healthy sounding name. It feels like a responsible choice, but those products carry a significant premium over the regular versions. Sometimes 50 to 100% more for essentially the same product with some organic ingredients. As we get older, health becomes a bigger priority. Eating cleaner feels important. Avoiding chemicals and processed stuff seems smart, and Aldi knows this. That's exactly who the Simply Nature line targets. Here's the thing, some of those organic products are genuinely different and worth the premium. Organic milk, for example, does come from different farming practices. Same with organic produce, but others aren't meaningfully different from the conventional versions sitting right next to them. The organic crackers might have nearly identical ingredients to the regular ones, just with organic flour. Is that worth double the price? Maybe, maybe not. My suggestion? Read the labels. Actually compare ingredients between the Simply Nature version and the regular version. Sometimes the difference is substantial, sometimes it's minimal. And remember, organic doesn't automatically mean healthy. Organic cookies are still cookies. Organic chips are still chips. Don't let the label do your thinking for you. 5. The supplement question. Aldi sells vitamins, supplements, and over-the-counter medications at really low prices. It's tempting, especially when the same looking bottle costs twice as much at CVS or Walgreens. But here's something to consider. Supplements aren't regulated the same way prescription drugs are. The FDA doesn't verify effectiveness or purity before they hit shelves. Quality can vary significantly depending on the manufacturer. Aldi sources from budget suppliers to hit those price points. That doesn't mean their products are bad. Plenty of people use them without issues. But it does mean consistency might vary batch to batch. If you're managing specific health conditions and rely on certain supplements as part of your treatment plan, it might be worth sticking with brands you know and trust, or asking your doctor what they recommend. The few extra dollars could matter for something you're taking every day. For basic stuff like vitamin D, general multivitamins, or occasional pain relievers, Aldi's probably fine for most people. Just be thoughtful about what you're buying and why. 4. The frozen food check. Aldi's frozen section has some great deals. Frozen pizzas, vegetables, fish, ice cream, all at prices well below most competitors. But it's worth doing a quick quality check before you buy. Look at the packaging. If there's excessive frost inside the bag, or if the food is clumped together in weird ways, that can be a sign it thawed and refroze at some point during shipping or storage. Temperature fluctuations happen in any supply chain, but budget operations sometimes cut corners on refrigeration to save money. It doesn't happen often at Aldi, but it's worth watching for. Products that have thawed and refrozen can have degraded texture and, in some cases, safety concerns, especially for meat and seafood. I always give frozen items a quick feel through the bag. If it feels like one solid block when it should be loose pieces, like frozen vegetables or chicken strips, I grab a different bag or skip it. Takes 2 seconds. Also check for torn packaging or bags that aren't fully sealed. Freezer burn is real, and nobody wants to cook something that's been exposed. 3. The quiet recall system. When Aldi has a product recall, they post it on their website. They might send an email if you're signed up. That's usually the extent of it. They don't make announcements over the store intercom. They don't post big signs at the entrance. They meet the minimum legal requirements and move on. If you're someone who regularly checks websites or follows Aldi on social media, you'll probably see recalls when they happen. But if you're not online much, if you don't check Facebook or Twitter or company websites regularly, you might miss important recall notices entirely. That contaminated lettuce could still be in your fridge. Those recalled cookies might still be in your pantry. My recommendation, if you're an Aldi regular, sign up for their email list specifically. That way recalls come directly to your inbox instead of you having to find them. Or just do a quick Google search for Aldi recall every few weeks. Takes 1 minute and gives you peace of mind. The FDA also has a recall database you can check. It's not that Aldi is hiding recalls, they're just not going out of their way to make sure you see them. 2. The limited staff reality. Aldi runs lean, really lean. You might see 2 or 3 employees in the entire store during slow periods, and one of them is at the register. This is a big part of how they keep prices low. Fewer employees means lower labor costs. Simple math. But it also means there's not always someone available to help you when you need it. Need assistance finding something? You might have to wait or hunt down an employee who's in the middle of stocking. Need help reaching a high shelf? Same situation. Have a question about a product? The cashier is probably too busy scanning at light speed to have a conversation. Traditional grocery stores have employees specifically assigned to help customers on the floor. Aldi has eliminated that entirely. Everyone does everything: stocking, cleaning, cashiering, baking, so no one is dedicated to customer assistance. It's just something to know going in. Aldi isn't a full-service grocery experience. It's efficient and affordable, but you're largely on your own in there. I've learned to ask for help early if I need it, before I'm stuck in a long checkout line and the only employee is scanning groceries. 1. The twice as nice guarantee. Here's the one most people don't know about, and it's actually great news. Aldi has what they call the twice as nice guarantee. If something you buy is wrong, stale, bad quality, damaged, tastes off, doesn't meet your expectations, they'll give you a full refund and a replacement product. Not one or the other, both. No receipt required for Aldi brand products, though it helps. No interrogation about what went wrong. No attitude from the staff. Just bring it back, explain the issue briefly, and they make it right. I've used this once with a bag of pretzels that tasted stale straight out of the bag. Walked in, showed the cashier, she apologized, refunded my money, and told me to grab a fresh bag. The whole interaction took maybe 3 minutes. They don't advertise this policy loudly. There might be a small sign somewhere, maybe a note on the receipt, but they're not shouting about it. It's a quiet policy that says a lot about how they do business. For anyone on a fixed income where every dollar counts, this is huge. You're not gambling when you try new products. If something's off, you're covered. You don't have to eat the cost of a bad purchase. This guarantee is one of the best things about shopping at Aldi. Use it when you need to. The real trade-off. Aldi was never designed to feel slow, comfortable, or guided. It was designed to be efficient. That efficiency is exactly why prices stay low. But it also means the store quietly shifts a lot of responsibility onto you. You bring the quarter, you bring the bags, you check dates, you bag your own groceries, you move at the store's pace, not the other way around. For some shoppers, that's effortless. For others, especially as we get older, it takes a little awareness. The good news is this: once you understand how Aldi works, it stops feeling rushed and starts feeling predictable. And predictable is powerful. You don't need to shop faster. You don't need to keep up. You just need to know the system. Use the bagging counter. Reach to the back of the shelf. Skip categories Aldi isn't best at. And remember the twice as nice guarantee if something isn't right. Do that, and Aldi becomes what it's meant to be. A low-cost, no-frills grocery store that works just fine, even if you take your time. The system doesn't change, but how you move through it does. If this helped you see Aldi a little differently, hit subscribe and share this with someone who shops there. They'll thank you for it. Click the video on the left. It breaks down another everyday store system most shoppers never realize they're navigating. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp and shop smarter.